Yeah, what up, baby?
What up? What up? We made it happen.
Good with it.
Chilling.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Wu-Syndicate in the building, baby.
No doubt. How you feeling?
Great, man. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
I pre
See, Mafia, look, Mafia, like, he thought it was tomorrow.
so
So we could reschedule or we could go. Because it don't matter. Everything you need to know is already right here anyway, though. You feel me?
ahead and go, and maybe we can do a part two at a later date with him. So
Much love to all the fans out there, man, that been supporting the Wu-Syndicate, man.
absolutely.
Y'all make sure y'all grab that new record, Underworld King. It's crazy, man. Once this pandemic over, coming back to them stages.
This is History
What's good?
episode 65. I am with Myalansky of the Wu-Syndicate. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Can you hear me?
Y'all can hear you.
Okay. Can you tell us how you've been staying busy during this whole pandemic?
I mean, pretty much at a time like this, man, you wanna just do a lot of social distancing and get back to self, man. You know what I mean? Get back to, you know, what makes sense in your circle and in your world to make things move forward. So I just been trying to be meditating, eating healthy, you know, and just continuing to make sure everybody in the family is good. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's pretty much it right now.
Right. Where are you located at right now?
Right now I'm in VA, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in Virginia. Yeah.
Take us back. Is Virginia where you were born and raised at also?
Yeah. Yep.
Take us back to a day in the life of Myalansky in the teenage years growing up in VA. What was a day in the life like for you?
I mean, you know, I grew up in the projects. So, you know, my mother, she was single. My father wasn't there. You know, so she had 4 kids, 3 boys, 1 girl. And you know, she did the best she could until, you know, and she taught us right. And you know, and it was certain things in it that she couldn't do that I had to go do on my own. And I started, you know, moving around in the streets and, you know, and made things make sense like that, living on my own. And, you know, and that's how you get songs like Where Was Ever, you know, when I said, you know, ordinary cat from out of projects since I was younger though. Mom raised the children's pops dipped a long time ago. In my mind, I see, you know, I'm taking you back to that reality. So, you know, pretty much everything that go on with myself, my brother Mafia, is like we live it. It's real. It's not just rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Real. So, you know, growing up in the day in the life with me was just like any nigga growing up in the hood around America and any other country. It's real, you know.
Right. What kind of obstacles did you have to face growing up in VA early on?
I guess going to penitentiary, you know, getting incarcerated, you know, hustling and getting caught, and then, you know, you got to go do the time. So then, you know, to do that really is what made the Wu-Syndicate album come out, because I had a vision before I went in, and when I got in there, it came clear to me I was gonna do a crime syndicate album, but Napoleon and my man Joe Mafia was in a group called Hellraiser. And I was gonna feature them on it. Long story short, I come home and we pushed the crime syndicate record so long that when RZA got it, RZA was like, "Yo, Wu-Syndicate." And he took it and turned it into a whole nother thing, and there it goes. So the obstacle, you know, being locked up just humbled me and let me know that it ain't over right there. So for any brothers that's locked on, you got people locked up, encourage them that's like, you know, you start back at 1. You feel what I'm saying? So when you start back at 1, you on pause, because if you was out here in society, you'd be caught up in too much temptation to be, you know, in a position like that, which is not, you know, like we want to be there. But when that happens, that's not the end of the world. That's my point. You know, when you're down like that, sometimes, you know, God got a way, if it's not gonna be the penitentiary, it's gonna be the graveyard. You feel what I'm saying? So if you was able to be able to go to penitentiary and be put on hold like that, because at some point you're gonna be put on hold. You're gonna be in the grave or you're gonna be locked up. But being locked up don't end nothing. It really begins because you're able to sit back and analyze and reevaluate every situation you went through. It depends because, you know, it depends on the way you're thinking. You feel me?
Right.
So
if we could take it back just a little bit, back to your teenage years, what was the first memories of hip hop you seen for firsthand in BA?
The first people from VA that I seen do hip hop make it pop off was this group called 3 Feet High and Rising, and they had a joint called Musical Sister. Do you remember that?
A little bit.
It was fucking with,
yeah.
It was fucking with Teddy Riley.
Okay, yeah.
My boy Troy and them. Shout out my nigga Troy if you tuning in. But Troy was fucking with they did the chorus for what a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good. Them niggas, you know what I mean? They was like in the 80s, like late 80s, early 90s with it. So they was the first. I'm gonna say 3 Feet. You know what I'm saying? And then the hip hop market really was more of a New York thing because you had, you know, the Mobb Deeps, you had the Clan, you had Fat Joe, you had Punisher, you know, Nas, Jay, you know, so, you know, the city always get the props, man. You know, Jersey too, though. You feel me? You got Tretch in them. You know what I mean? You got niggas coming out of Jersey. You got Red Man. You feel me? So it's like, you know, up north was like up north was really the voice to that heart. And I just like niggas like Cool G Rap, Young Boy, you know what I'm saying? Cool G rapping Polo. When it was Cool G rapping Polo.
Right.
Road to the Riches. You feel me?
Right.
Like, yeah, you know, so I was there like on that scene right there, you know, when you watch a Paid in Full movie, Paid in Full went on all over the world. Feel me?
Right.
Paid in Full ain't just go on in Harlem. Paid in Full went down to DC, Miami. Paid in Full was in Atlanta. Somebody was paid in full. And it was a lot of fly whips and businesses. You know what I'm saying? So when you seen that Harlem, when they bought that movie, I respect that because somebody had to highlight that and show it to you, or it'll be forgotten.
Right.
But that was a reflection of the world at the time. Wherever you was at and it was some money, that's how it looked. That's how it looked at that time right there. It looked just like that.
So at what point did Myalansky start to take hip hop serious? What age, what year did you start putting the pen to the pad?
I want to say like 90. Oh man, shit, like 93, because you got to understand, when I was writing it, that was one thing, but now you got to perform it. So I met this show promoter at this club called Ebony Showcase, Miss Pat Richardson. And she was bringing everybody down here that time. So when she heard me, she let me rock. She said, yo, every show I do, you can open. I just started coming out on stage, opening up for different acts. Aaliyah, Nas and AZ, the Grave Diggers, Big, man, you know, Keith Murray. But, you know, that right there created the platform. So that's when it started being real. I was like, okay, I can go perform this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can really go up there and rock for them. So it was like like, I want to say like 90, like 90, 94, you know what I mean? That's when I started getting real with it. And it was fun.
Right. Were you a solo artist at this point?
Say it again.
Were you a solo artist at this point?
Yeah. Yep.
At what point did you meet Joe Mafia and Napoleon?
Joe Mafia and Napoleon was in another group, and like I said, when I had got locked up, I had formulated a record called Crime Syndicate, and before I went in, I had met them, and I liked them. It was in a group. It was called Hellraiser. So I was like, yo, I want to put Hellraiser on the Crime Syndicate record. So we started, when I came home, linking at these locations, dealing with the same people. And Crime Syndicate, my record, and them being featured as Hellraiser, it got twisted into they was like, yo, why don't y'all just use Crime Syndicate as the name of the group? Right. So, and that's when we was like, yo, fuck, let's do it. And we did that. And that's how we became the group. You know what I'm saying? We just was like, we just would take our whole concept and just bring it as one. And there you go. That's how you get the Crime Syndicate record.
Before meeting any of the members of Wu-Tang Clan, can you take us back to some of the dues you paid as the Crime Syndicate?
Well, you gotta understand, if you really, when you listen to the first 36 Chamber record, and RZA tell you niggas from Virginia, Daddy-O and Papa Ron, let me tell you something. When you say them two names right there, Daddy-O and Papa Ron, that's like, and then you talk about VA, Daddy-O, Papa Ron, VA, and my man Jamaican Peter. One more, right? You talking about the realest shit ever happened in the game, to be able to see it start from the street and go into worldwide Wu-Tang, because the dudes is already there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so when you see VA and you see the Wu-Syndicate, we just a reflection of that movement, bro. Because them brothers was here. You know what I'm saying? The ones that count to make that build of what it is now, they are people. You know what I'm saying? They are people. So that's VA. You know what I mean? That's what we that part of VA with the Wu. Like it's right. That's our vein. That's our line.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it ain't even about how this or how that. That's before music. We ain't talking about no music right now. We talking about something for real. So that's a family. You know what I mean? That's family first. You know what I'm saying? On a whole nother level, on something else. And then it just happened and niggas can rhyme. Like, okay, I got something to say. Let me say something. There you go.
So what point did you guys make it official? Who did you meet in the Wu-Tang, and how did you get down with Wu-Tang Records?
I mean, Wu-Tang record move was pretty much, it was a pass-off. Because I had one in the studio and recorded Where Was Heaven. And I knocked that one out. I think Mafia and Napoleon knocked the joint out. So once the CD, once the demo was a demo, it got the RZA. You know, RZA cousin Daddy-O. Shout out to Daddy-O. Daddy-O sent it to RZA, and that's when, you know, RZA like, yo, I want that. You know what I'm saying? Priority Records was like, yo, we want that. And that's how it rocked out, man.
At what point did you have Slot Time Records?
Slot Time Records ain't had nothing to do with us. We was never Slot Time Records.
Okay.
You know, and Slot Time Records, that was my mans in them joints. That was Shan, Daddy-O, and Ron. Yeah, that was they shit. I won't never sign a Slot Time though. We never had a deal with Slot Time.
Okay.
No, we signed. Our deal was direct with RZA. We did when we sat down with RZA, and the deal was with a record deal with Robert Diggs, which is RZA, and it was a publishing deal with Divine Mitchell Diggs. You know what I'm saying? So we did a deal with Divine, and we did a deal with RZA. We did a record deal with RZA, and we did a publishing deal with Divine. You feel what I'm saying? That's what we did with Wu-Tang Records. You know what I mean? And for the record, not Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang Clan is 9 members. We signed the Wu-Tang Records. We signed the Wu-Tang Records, which was RZA record company. Just RZA. That's his record company. And we was distributed through Priority. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Yup. So yeah.
Was your first appearance on the Swarm compilation?
Yeah, What Was Happening?
Okay. Can you take us back to that feeling of being on that compilation and how life changed for you guys at this point?
Man, we was in Hollywood. We was in Burbank. And I think it was like right around this time too. It was like summertime because it was my birthday. Because RZA's birthday in July too. My birthday was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, I got the call, yo, that joint gonna go on the Swarm, boom, boom. Joint came out, joint went gold. And like, yo, you got gold plaque for that. Like, yeah, all right, boom. We'll shoot a video for that. Okay, let's shoot the video then. Go to New York, go to Brooklyn, shot the video in Red Hook. You know what I'm saying? 14 hours, Ralph McDaniel shot it, that did Cream. Uncle Ralph came out, shot that joint. You know, yeah, man.
So,
that was dope.
At what point did the RZA, did he give you any advice going into your debut album?
RZA is really, man, that brother RZA, man, he when we did the Wu-Syndicate record out of respect, RZA was like, yo, word up and shit, nah, man. Y'all niggas do what y'all wanna do and shit. That's how he said it, just like that. Like, yo, y'all niggas do what y'all wanna do. You feel me? He wasn't trying to take creative control and how it's not. He's like, yo, do your thing, man. You know, and that's how it came out. Yeah.
Your debut was released in '99. Can you take us back to some of those sessions?
Man, it's crazy stories, man. I got some old dirty bastard stories, man, but y'all ain't got that much time to sit here and listen to that shit, man.
We got time for at least one of them.
I got old dirty bastard stories for days, man. Like, damn. So, man, nah, it might be too explicit, man. I can't even say this shit, man.
Yeah.
I can't even say this shit. Nah, I can't say that shit. But yeah, I got some dirty stories, man. That's like, I ain't gonna do it on IG though.
Okay. Well, what else can you tell us about those sessions, some of those memories, some of the best times making that album?
Oh man, just, you know, the atmosphere, man. You know, we was in Burbank, Hollywood. We was in we was in Soundcastle, man. And at the time when we recorded, it was still reels. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Your music, your masters was on a reel. It was on a film script, like a. I'm telling you, this before it went digital. It was on a reel, so you come out the studio and we got reels and shit. So we're going back to the Oakwoods. That's like up the street from Lisa Left Eye Lopez and Usher and them, you know what I'm saying? So RZA staying in the building where we at. And Dirty Stink. Nah, I ain't gonna get out of that story, man. I'm gonna leave that alone, man. Next question, man.